Welcome everyone. Hello, how is everybody doing? Welcome. It is Thanksgiving Thursday. You know what we do on Thursday. So, welcome to this episode of The Question with yours truly, Verona Willis Brown. Hmm. What happened on Thursday is just going to be what happened on Thursday. Every Thursday is different. So never expect the same thing on Thursday. We could have one, two, three, four, whatever it is. We could have baby being born. We could have all the stuff. But that's what Thursday is about. And that's what this show is about. This show is where you bring your story, your book, your work in progress, so we can build and create and grow. But most of all, support each other. That's what we are here for. For you to be successful, it doesn't take you by yourself. It takes a tribe, us, to put together and build and grow. So tonight's episode is one of those episodes where I say, relax, breathe, take a breather, and be prepared for what we have in store for tonight. I want to welcome you. I want to welcome you all to tonight's episode. I want to tell you what we do here. See right there? If you see that says live, simply mean you are in the live audience. And you now have the opportunity to share that live right there in the red over there. You have the opportunity to share the live and invite someone in the live audience with you. No, we are not selfish. We like to share. So share with someone, invite them here, invite them so they can grow also with you. You cannot grow by yourself. I need you, you need me, and we need each other. Good. That's one. Two, I would advise you, encourage you to get something to drink. I don't know what you drink. Maybe you drink wine, water, natural juice, soda. I don't know what is it that you drink, but whatever is it that you drink, make sure you have your glass ready or your cup ready. Sip, sip, sip. We stay hydrated. That's what we do. Three, because you know I'm rolling down the rules here. Three, have yourself a pen, pencil, notebook ready. Here we drop contents, juicy contents. We drop information, golden nuggets. We sprinkle a little water to help you grow. If you don't have pen, paper, pencil, use your devices. Every device, I believe, have a notebook section. Right, right, right. I always come ready. Here is mine, and here is mine. So I always come ready. Don't get ready. Be ready. And if you are ready, then we are ready. And that's what we do here on The Question. So again, thank you for tuning in here to this episode of The Question. If you're tuning in on the live, let me know where you're tuning in from so I could say, hello, my dear people. Bad Fountain, I see you over there. Welcome to this episode of The Question. So let me stop talking and welcome our guest tonight. Our guest is coming with a topic of deception. And I'm going to leave it just like that. Let that sink in. Let that sink in. Deception is such a deep word, and we are going to dive right into it into this episode. So, without further ado, Lisa, welcome to this episode. Let me welcome our guest tonight. My darling sister, how are you?
I am well. I am well. Thank you. Thank you so much for having me on your show this evening. And thank you to the
You are
viewers for
quite
tuning in.
welcome. Yes, yes. I like to, like I said, the show is called The Question. So my question is always truthfully ask you, how are you doing? And we need truth answer. How are you doing?
I am doing well. I am very well, thank you.
Yes. And audience, I ask you the same question. How are you doing there? So you can drop in your question, you can drop in your answers, whatever it is, drop it in the comment section. Let me know how you're doing over there, wherever you're tuning in from. Thank you for tuning in. As you can see, my lovely sisters right here, Luna. I love that name, Luna. Oh, matches the
Thank
moon.
you.
So, are we going to have questions from the audience? If you do have question, audience, please put them in the comment section so we can ask our guests all the questions we want, because that's the name of the show, the question. So we'll give her the opportunity to introduce herself, let us know where she's tuning in from, and give us just a little bit of who she is. My sister, take it away.
Good evening, everyone. Good evening, and thank you again for tuning in. My name is Luna Felicia, and I am coming from Central Florida, the Orlando area. I am here to promote my newest novel, which is called Jacob. This is how it looks. It's available on Kindle form as well as paperback on Amazon. A little bit about me. I was born in Panama City, Central America, and I came to New York City at the age of 12 with my parents and my siblings. And now, of course, I mentioned, I live in New York, in Florida right now, Central Florida. And I've been writing since I was about the age of 13. There's a story behind that as well, but that is a little bit about me. I'm a retired mental health counselor, and now I have more time to write and more time to travel and promote this wonderful new creation of mine, which is called Jacob. Thank you, Ms. Rona.
Well, as I hear right there, you said you're originally from Panama City.
Panama City, Panama.
Yes. So then listen, we are going to represent Panama, okay?
Yes,
So here we go. We got a little Caribbean sister right here.
absolutely.
All right, all right. We're in this together. So great. So we have people watching from Jamaica, live from
Hey.
Jamaica. Yes, and Dante, welcome. Avis, welcome. Yes, so we have people tuning in all over here. And they're welcoming you, and we're loving on you already. That's what we do. We are
Thank
loving
you.
on you already. Dante, woohoo, Luna. Yes, and Bad Fountain. I love when I see that name, Bad Fountain. Let me want to go on vacation.
Yeah, I'm about due for vacation now myself.
That name's like Bad Fountain. Seems like I want to go on vacation. Like I should pack my bag and go somewhere. We're gonna go to Panama soon. Yeah.
It's a lovely place.
Yes, I heard. I heard about it, and I that it's on my traveling list. I'm a
Hmm.
traveler, so it's on my traveling list.
I am a traveler as well. I love to travel, and that's part of my inspiration for writing is traveling, seeing different places as well as different people, and it inspires different content in my novels.
All right. So let us dive right into this lovely novel that we have here that's called Jacob. Tell us, who is Jacob?
Well, Jacob is the son of a young lady by the name of Janet. So, without giving too much away, the story starts off talking about the mother, Janet, and this based in New York City, which is where I grew up at. So, I'm familiar with that area. And she's a college student. She has a very strict, no, parent. Her parents are together, but her father is a pastor, and he's very, very, very strict. So anyway, she's off to college and she's convinced to go to a party, of a campus party. She's not a party girl. She's normally one that stays in her dorm and study. So she went to this party because her roommate really convinced her to go. Like, come on, you can't study all day long. Do a little partying. So she decided to go to this party, and that party was a pivotal time in her life, and it changed a lot of things. So I won't tell you that part, but I will say that her family is full of dysfunction, full of lies, deceit, and the father, who is this pastor of a mega church, has a major secret, and you'll find out about that as well. But where it starts with his mother, whose name is Janet, it really revolves around Jacob, and Jacob has a brother, and I'll leave it right there.
Huh. See, we tell keep secrets. So we are
And
only whispering a little bit of stuff
that's
here.
little, there's too many secrets
Teeny
on
weeny
here,
things. So
and
if
they
you want
have.
to know all the good stuff, you got to get in touch with my dear sister Luna, or you got to purchase the book.
That's right.
So Luna, we have May, Alicia, Paula. Oh, Paula says, trust me, your book was so good that she lost sleep. Uh,
Paula is a very, very good friend and supporter of mine, and I appreciate her comments.
and she said, "Stop right there. I can't give it all. Don't, Paula, please keep. Yeah, don't type in too much. We want people to go out and get their own copy of the book because since you lost sleep, a lot of people are gonna sit there with bags under their eyes
Mhm.
reading this book because we want to get
Paula
all the good stuff.
mentioned that she was also a proofreader for me.
Oh,
Yes, she was a proofreader.
we will not reveal anything else. We will not reveal anything else. So let's talk about it. Scandals.
Well, I'll also mention about my journey to
Yes.
become a writer, as a writer. So now I came to New York at the age of 12, as I mentioned. And when I saw pictures of New York, I remember a little girl from Panama looking at the big city, and it was fascinating to me. And I saw most fascinating was with snow. It was so fluffy and so cottony, and it was beautiful. I couldn't wait to see all of this stuff. When I got to New York City, it was a total different story. The pace was way too fast. The snow was cold and it was hard and it was nothing like my little brain imagined. So really, this move was permanent, but I wanted to go back home. I wanted to go back to Panama to a slow pace that I knew. And so out of frustration, I started writing. That the writing thing came out of frustration. Started writing poetry. Poetry turned into short stories. Short stories turned into children's plays. Children plays turned into a book. The first one was Marissa. So this was actually my first novel, and then I came up with Jacob. So that was my journey into writing.
Luna, I have a warning over there in the comments. And
Who's
that warning
that?
is coming from Paula.
What does it
And
say?
Paula is saying that she wanted to warn you to stop wherever you were, somewhere. You were somewhere, and she wanted to stop you because she didn't want to give away too much.
Okay.
So I don't know what's going to happen after this. I am not responsible for what's going to happen after she already warned you and you went over the warning.
Okay.
So no, I am not responsible. Let me tell you,
I'm
I'm
gonna
holding the house,
say
Paula.
one more thing that I do have to say about it is that it's for mature audience because
Ooh.
there's language and content. So now I know that Paula wants me to make sure I say that so we don't get it into the wrong hands. It is a mature book because of language and because of content.
Mm. So adults, did you hear that? And Paula just put a little hint. I see hint. Great Christmas gift.
Yes, yes, it is.
Christmas is coming, people. Christmas is coming. Great Christmas gift. Buy for your spouse, your partner, whoever. I am the host. I am just saying, whispering stuff.
Whisper, yes.
Yes, I'm only whispering. Yes.
It's
Dante,
great for, well,
let's see, Dante is saying, sounds like a lot of plot twists and turn. I'm not giving away nothing. My dear sister is not giving away anything. She's just saying, we are whispering a little bit of something, and that's that. Yes. Sound very
there's so many
interesting.
things you won't see coming. You won't see it coming.
Ooh, I like that. It's
Like
like
you
a little suspense.
boxing gloves, you
Ooh,
won't see it coming.
listen, people, I don't know. Christmas is coming. Just you don't have to wait for Christmas anyway. Just buy a gift.
Hmm.
Just buy a gift. Just don't wait for Christmas. Buy your gift now.
Start a book club.
So what you see, start a book club, buy a book, give your spouse. Gifting is a good thing. It's a love language. Give someone. Give
Hmm.
yourself. I don't know. I don't know. So your book is talking about deceit. You see, many
Yep.
times we sit and we get deceived and we get deceived by others. Sometimes we deceive our
Hmm.
own self.
Hmm.
Talk to us about
Hmm.
deceit.
It's a poison. It's a poison, and it's contagious, and it's like a snowball poison. It's probably a better word for that. You start with this one little thing, then it gets a little bit bigger, then you tell this person, but then you forgot how you put it to that person. And when you're talking about lying and deception to loved ones, you have to be careful how you say it and how you do it, because it's almost like this nugget of lies and deception covered up with love. I love my child, I love my spouse, I love my people, but there's this thing about me that you may not know, and I'm not going to let you know about it. So deception is a poison, and it has a real snowball effect to it. And it causes you to do a lot of ugly things and bad things. It's all in there.
I like that. You will see me oftentimes hold my head down because I'm trying to take notes and I try to tell you people, come ready. I take notes all the time. There we go. Because we are writers. We
Yes.
are writers. Come ready. Because you see me go like this. I'm trying to keep up, my dear. I'm trying to keep up.
Okay.
That right
Okay.
there. That right there. Deceit is a snowball poison.
Hmm.
Whew. I told you. We get juicy contents here. That right there. Oh my God. I'm trying to write that, but I see Avis put it over there, so I'll just go back and read it again from her comments over there because I'm trying to write it down on my notebook. That right there. And this is what happened. When we deceive ourselves and we deceive ourselves over and over again, we have children. That same
Hmm.
kind of behavior trickle down to our children. And we
Absolutely.
said we are lying, we are telling these things to protect them. We're not really protecting our children. We are building a generation of curse upon them.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you lie, it trickles. And what trickles will grow. Will
Mm-hmm.
grow. So,
Mm-hmm.
parents, if you do have children, please don't lie. Because even when you don't lie to them and you're lying to yourself, it's still an effect.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's energy, and energy grows where energy goes. So no matter how you do it, if you're trying to deceive me, guess what's going to happen? Your child is going to be a deceiver. Your child is
Mm-hmm.
going to be a deceiver. Again, people, if you do have, yeah, go ahead.
We don't realize that we're doing to our children as well. We're doing this, and they're noticing, and they build that, they find that to be their norm. And that's in there. So even without telling the story of Jacob, you're telling the story of Jacob because it's not just a Jacob thing. It happens in a lot of families.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes.
And you know, it's a name, right?
Hmm.
It's a name because we go by our family name. So what is it that
Hmm.
you're carrying in your family name? What is it that
Hmm.
you're carrying? So I ask you the same question while I ask the audience the same question. Before they answer me and before you answer me, I see where Paula is saying, I've read both books and I thought the first one is good, but she blew me away with the follow-up book. Also, is Jacob a follow-up of Marissa?
Yeah, well, they're in Jacob. There are probably two characters that were in Marissa that are in here now, but still, Jacob stands on his own. He's a totally different character altogether. This one, the first one is about deception also, but in a different way. This one took on a whole different life of its own. And like I
Mm,
tell people that as a writer, where they ask where the stories come from, sometimes they come and they just I would say that Jacob practically wrote itself because I was going down this line with it and going down this line with it, and not even sometimes I'm typing and my fingers can't even keep up with what I'm going, and I can't sleep until I'm done. And yeah, this one pretty much wrote itself, and I am very excited about it. And if anybody reads it and don't feel like what I didn't see that coming, nah, you're gonna see something's gonna hit you, and you're gonna say, "Oh, I did not see that coming."
and I
Guaranteed.
like that. I like that because that's what life is about. Sometimes
Hmm.
life creeps up at you
Hmm.
and you
Yes.
didn't see it coming. But you have to
Don't
be
do.
equipped. You have to be
Mhm,
equipped. So whether it's your book or it's life by itself, you have to be
mhm.
equipped and be ready at all times to take on whatever is coming because sometimes life surprises us.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's see. Done. No Paula again. Dante. Dante, you're right about the plot. Okay. You're right about the plot and the twist. Just when you think you got it, figure out, nope, no, no. Hey! I am only saying, please get the book. Uh-huh. So that was a whisper. So if you missed that whisper, then you missed what I just said. Yes. All right. So, all right. We have Anthony. Welcome. Anthony. Oh, we have a question for you. Hold on. Anthony
Okay.
saying, is there a follow-up for Jacob?
Okay. There's a sad story. There's a sad story about that. Yes, there was a follow-up for Jacob, and I started writing in January. And I got to probably I think about 60 pages and I lost it.
Yeah.
It kind of went it just disappeared from my computer, and I'm brokenhearted, and I've been trying to search for it ever since because it's like I can't bring that back. I can't. I mean, I know what I wrote, but I just you can't get back 50, 60 pages. So yes, and that's in answer to the question, yes, there will be a follow up. But what I started, I can't use.
I know that feeling. I know that feeling. I mean, you work so hard. You lost sleep, food,
I did,
invest all that time, and the
and
work
then
is
it just
gone.
yeah,
But you know, life comes like that also. Sometimes when
yeah,
you work hard, the very thing that you work hard for disappear. But
yeah.
it's
That one
how
just
is it that you bounce back? It's how
I
that you
have to.
how you bounce back
I
is the
have to.
key. That's the key. Because
So
sometimes
yes,
we
all the others.
lost things, we lost people, but it's a bounce back thing.
Hmm.
You know, you have to put on the bounce back muscle and say, all right, let's see what we are going to do to come back. You can't
Right.
retrieve right now. You're not retrieving what you lost, but how is it that
Hmm.
you are bouncing back is the key. So
I'm
it's
gonna
heartbroken because you say, I work hard for this.
that was my feeling. But I'm a writer in my heart, in my spirit, in my soul, and there is going to be a follow up and a one after that and a one after that. But right now, I'm just excited about this one.
There you go. And
Get
that's
ready to
it.
fight.
People, get excited about, you see, there's something I call end result. There's something called
Mm-hmm.
end result. And we have to learn to see the end result first. Because then
Mm-hmm.
we get excited with that end result. We lost something, we get shuffled somewhere, but there's an
Yeah.
end result. Let us learn to look over there to the end result. And that would build up your excitement. That would build you up where you can grow, regrow, rebuild. Because right now we're in the
Mm-hmm.
process of rebuilding, right? We're
Yes.
in the process of rebuilding. We went through a whole chaos for a year and a half, and we are in the process
Absolutely.
of rebuilding.
Mm-hmm.
People,
Mm-hmm.
get it. Let's talk about that word, rebuilding people. Okay, we are going to talk about it as we go along. That's another word,
Mm-hmm.
rebuilding.
Building.
Yes. How are you rebuilding yourself as a person from last year to now? Because we're not going to go any further. We're just going to start from last year. How are you, Luna, rebuilding yourself from last year to now?
Okay. When we first got into this whole shutdown thing, actually, it was difficult. So yeah, it had to rebuild and start by doing things that like I did gardening. I started gardening. I've never gardened before. I did some gardening, and in that silent space, it's in the foreword of the book. It talks about from that silence and nothingness that we had, the isolation that we had during the beginning of the whole COVID thing. That's kind of where Jacob came from. It just came out of all that space, that nothingness. So I did a couple of other things to build this a new me from the one that could just get up and go wherever because I could, to the one that had to be cautious where I went and how I went and make sure I was masked up and gloved up so we're learning to live differently, and still be comfortable with it, because I'll be honest, when I was not, and still I'm not really comfortable with our new norm.
Or a new norm? Hmm.
Yeah.
Or a new norm, people.
I hope it's a
See,
temporary fixture, though. But it's here for a while, so we have
our
to.
new
Yeah,
our
we
new
got.
norm. People, let us learn how to adjust ourselves accordingly. Let us learn how to, yes, you can have a glass of wine. And people, yes, you can have a drink. You are entitled to have your drink. I mentioned that earlier in the show. You are entitled to have something to drink because, as you can see, we have juicy contents here. So sometimes we have to stop. Mine is right here. Sometimes you have to stop and hydrate because contents are so heavy, very, very heavy content. And sometimes you have to say, whew, I mean, you took us somewhere in the beginning and I had to stop and wet my throat to come back. I like it. I like it, Sister Luna. I like it. That's what we do. Yeah, okay. Dante, the next 60 will be even better than the first.
The next one. I'm sorry.
60, 60.
Oh, okay,
Yeah, that's Dante saying that.
okay.
He believed in. Dante, are we talking about the next 60 books? I want to know if that's what we're referring to, the next 60 books or the next 60 seconds or the next 60 minutes. Because if it's the next 60 books, that simply means he believes so much in you and your
That's a
work.
lot of books.
He believes in you. He believes in you. We believe in you, Luna. We believe in you. So we're looking for 60 books. I don't know. Maybe Dante, please clarify that. Oh, no. 60 pages. Oh.
Oh, okay. Well, I don't
Thank
know
you, Paula. Thank you.
but there are. Let me see. There are 380.
Anthony. He said, okay, we got it. We got it. Wine does the
Yeah.
body good. Absolutely. Absolutely. Sure does.
Yeah.
Anthony.
Yeah.
Well, thank you. Thank you for informing us on that. I don't have wine. I have my natural juice right here. But I'll have some. I remember that. Wine does the body good. I'll have me a sip in a few. Yes. All right. So, Luna, let's talk about doubting. Tell us about that time that you ever doubt your capability of accomplishing what you did, because you have two books, right?
Okay.
You're a writer.
Mhm.
You are an immigrant. You're an immigrant. You transition from here to there, from there to there. Tell
Mhm.
us at what point in your life you doubted yourself.
Yeah, that's a good question, Miss Verona. Very good question. Um, I mean, it's like go back to as a young teenager, there was a lot of doubt. There was a tremendous amount of doubt, a tremendous amount of adjustment to a brand new way of living. Um, I doubted. I didn't know what I wanted to be. I'm sorry. I didn't know what I wanted to be or who I wanted to be. I decided that I wanted to go to school to study to be a counselor because I remember that even though I was an introvert, people will come to me and talk to me about themselves. And I figure, well, I can do this and I can actually get paid for it. And I actually enjoyed counseling. So I didn't know, and I've always liked writing. So there were things that I knew that I like to do, but I didn't know how I was going to do it. How was I going to go about it? But I just have to say again that for me personally, my journey has been a blessing because it's kind of just it doesn't flow smooth all the time. It's jerky, but it's smooth. It's a sailing. I'm in constant contact with the universe. I'm connected to the universe, and I ended up being exactly who I wanted to be, which is um, a counselor, a writer, a world traveler, a mom, a wife, a friend. I am who I want to be, It's not seamless, it's not without lumps and bumps, but I am pleased with the person that I am.
My dear sister, I'm trying to digest a lot of things here on this episode. But before
You
I
know,
digest,
my name is Luna Felicia, and that translates to mean happy moon. So I'm just a happy little moon girl.
that's what I said from the beginning when I saw Luna. I said that says moon,
Yeah, that's the Luna is moon. Felicia is happy.
and I think
So
we're in the
happy moon.
full moon. We're in the full moon right now, so perfect time for you to be on the show.
Yes.
Perfect time. Perfect time. We have a question popping in, and we are going to take a quick break. But let's do this quick question here, coming from Dante. What do you want your readers to take from your book?
Good question. Good question. What I want my readers to take from the book, besides entertainment, besides the wild ride that they're going to be on, I want them to understand that, and I think Miss Rowan actually said it, when you knit a web of lies, you have to keep that up, and it's generational. And it gets to a point where your children could be involved or caught up in this lie and not even know where the origin of it came from. So everybody lies, and no parent is perfect. That a perfect parent does not exist. But if we could do the very best that we can to keep the stories, the lies, the deception to a minimum, and let them see your vulnerabilities and who you really are, because a child or your child is going to love you just the way you are. But again, not to tell them everything, because there's something that they're just not prepared for or ready for or able to digest. But I want readers to understand that if you look at how Jacob was conceived, if you look at his mother's journey, and most of us, including his mother, but some of us don't. The mother had a solid rock, even though her parents were like all over the place. She did have her grandmother. Her grandmother was her solid rock. If you don't have a solid rock, then you might be in trouble. But I want parents to, readers rather, to understand that in as much as you can, try to keep a clear road for your child. Um, Watch them, encourage them, support them, build them up, um, help them on their journey. Even if you didn't get the help that you needed from your parents or from whoever your caregivers were, on your journey, you know what it feels like to not have that support. So then you give that to them, and then they will learn to give that to their children. So then instead of building a web of lies like this generational, you're building a better foundation, something that's easier, something that's smoother, so they can concentrate more on who do I want to be more than what the heck is going on in my life and what is it that I'm not understanding. There's so much going on that I don't understand. There's so much that was going on that Jacob did not understand that made him turn out to be the person that he is. Um, yeah, just be the best, the better you that you can. I mean, we know when we're straying down the wrong path, but sometimes it's easier. So let the readers take away uh, deception, lies, deceit. It can be generational. Somebody has to stop it.
And with that said, we are going to take a quick break because you said a few things, and we are going to go through a few things when we come back from this quick break. Because you list a lot of things. Like I said, people, if you are not writing, please, this is your moment to grab your pen and your notebook or your devices and write all
Okay.
these juicy contents that we are giving out right here. You see, my dear Luna got her pen ready. So if you don't have your pen, we are going to do a quick commercial break and we will be right back. So that's your time to go get a pen and be ready while you're right there in the live audience. We will be right back after this quick commercial. So, welcome back. I hope you went and have yourself something to drink. Hope you got your pen ready and your notebook ready because juicy contents are dropping, dropping, dropping. Golden nuggets are dropping, dropping, dropping. If you are missing it, you are not paying attention. Pay attention because my sister here, whew, she's dropping some stuff. She's dropping it, so catch it, digest it, take it in. So we want to welcome back my sister Luna. Welcome back.
Thank you so much.
So before we went on a little break here, you list a lot of things, and I'm going to look at my note again. But before we do that, we have Paula Peaks again saying, Paula, I love you. As preschool teacher, I see so many children who their grandmothers are raising them and giving them that strong support and love. Yes,
Hmm.
because that's trickling down. You see, we mentioned something earlier, generational curse.
Yeah.
We should be at this point in time, in this time, grandparents or not, we should be at this point where we build generational blessing, generational wealth.
Hmm. Hmm.
So all of that lies and scandal and deceitfulness and all of that stuff. We need to put our mind into a place where we're switching things around and break those generational curses. Let us start teaching our children what is generational wealth, what is generational blessings. Let us bless our children. Let us bless the upcoming generation so they know what it is to hold on to something not deceitful.
Mhm.
Let us teach them what it is not to live in lies. Because every choice that we make and every decision that we make got consequences. Every last one of them. So when we are having generational curse, it's coming from so far back, so far. But we
Mhm.
are here now. And because we are here now, we have the opportunity to start and rebuild that which was built on rocky ground. Let us build up, rebuild the ground, rebuild the foundation of the family, rebuild the generation that's coming up under us. Our children, grandchildren, the next generation, 10 generations from now, we want to have them standing on solid ground.
Mhm.
But how can we do that if we keep on living in lies and being deceitful? It's going to be shaky. It's going to be
Right.
very shaky. So, you mentioned a few things before we went on commercial, and you mentioned a lot of titles
Mhm.
from counselor, mother, wife, traveler, all of that. And I'm going to ask you, as well as the audience, you have the opportunity right now to answer the question in the comments, because the same question I'm giving to my dear sister Luna, you are having the same question for yourself, Paula, Dante, Anthony. You are having the same question for yourself, Avis, Bad Fountain. You are all having the same question. You can drop your answer in the comment section to this very question. If we take away titles, all those titles that you listed,
Mhm.
who is Luna?
A little girl from the island. It's not really an island. Panama is an isthmus, but I'm a Caribbean. I'm a little Caribbean girl, a proud Latina. That's what I am. I'm a I'm a I'm a giver. Um, but more than anything, I'm just a little Caribbean girl, a happy little Caribbean girl most of the times. Yeah. And without title, I love to. This little girl likes to dance and to write and to sing. You know, um, you haven't heard Paula sing, but she's an incredible singer. But I like to sing. Liking to sing and being a singer are two different things. But I love to sing. I love to dance. I love to write. And I have to say it again. My writing was born out of frustration from a little girl of 13. And Jacob came out of frustration from being locked in the house under COVID. So writing is in the soul. It's deep inside of you. That's just my opinion. Other writers have a different feel of it, but for me, writing is just deep inside here. And and I know this is not part of your question, but I would say to any aspiring writer, anybody that ever thought about writing, I think 90% of people have a story. We have a story to tell and believe that your story is important. I write fiction. People write true stories and people write stories for children, but we all have a story. And if it ever that story ever started to shake up inside of you, I encourage you. I encourage you, implore you to just start writing. You know, Miss Verona said, have a pen with you and just start writing. Start writing, start typing anything. The universe is going to guide you. And you will find that at the end of it, you have written something amazing, you have written something beautiful, and you will know that it was born from you, because then you'll feel the release of it when as it leaves your body and ends up on paper. So I know I strayed from your question, Miss Rona, but I am a little girl, a little Caribbean girl. But I know that there's things that's just winding up inside me, and I know that I'm not the only one that have that feeling of stuff that's in here, and you got to get it out. Just got to get it out. Some people play the piano and it comes through their fingers. Mine comes out that way.
I am going to agree with you because I oftentimes says I am not an author. I'm a writer. I write, and I oftentimes again tell people, I encourage people, please write because there's something therapeutic about writing. There's a relationship between you, the pen, and the paper.
Mm-hmm.
There's something,
Mm-hmm.
there's a vibration that is released. There's an energy that release when you do like this.
Mm-hmm. It is a release. It
It's a
absolutely is.
release. It gets
Mm-hmm.
out things. There's so many times that we as little girls and little boys go through so much, and the best way to release that is writing it down. I've been
That's
writing
right.
as long as I can remember, holding a
Mm-hmm.
piece of pencil in my hand. And that was
If you're not
right.
into journaling, I encourage you. I encourage everyone, all the listening audience, to just journal. It'll
Yes,
feel so much better, and
yes,
that turn into a book.
we used to say the diary, write in your diary. It's the same
Exactly.
thing.
Exactly.
It's the
Exactly.
same thing. Have a diary, have a journal, have a notebook, whatever it
Mm-hmm.
is. Please build a relationship between you, your pen, and that paper.
Mm-hmm.
And you'll
Absolutely.
be surprised because you hear it. Every last one of us, once you are sitting in this world, on this
Mm-hmm.
universe, you have a story.
I
You
agree
have a
with you.
story. The only person that don't have the story yet form is the newborn right now. Right now.
Mm-hmm.
But that
Mm-hmm.
newborn that just got out of the womb right now, story is being developed. So every
And
last one of us.
we all have a story, and we all were born with a gift. We don't know, sometimes you don't know what your gift is, but I would say once again that the worst thing that you could do to yourself is to take your gift back to the grave with you. It was given to you for a reason. Do not take it back to the grave with you. Discover what your gift is. You have one, and use it. Share it. Give it.
My dear, you said it because someone once says the grave is the richest place on earth. Not because fancy people and rich people get there, but so many gifts and talented got buried in there.
Absolutely.
Got buried in there. Why? You have each day that you get up, each day, you're not waking up yourself. So if God is waking you up, whoever you want to call, universe, God, same thing, whatever the higher being is waking you up, simply means
Mhm.
it's your opportunity to create something and to use what is it that He already planted in you because it's already in there.
It was already given to you.
It's already there. So what is it that
Mhm.
you are doing with whatever you have? Because we all have talents and we all have gifts somewhere, piled up
Mhm.
somewhere. But who is igniting that? Who is igniting that? And if you know anything about the farm, you have to till the farm
Mhm.
for
Mhm.
your plants, your crop to grow. It's the
That's right.
same thing with your gifts and your talent. Say it to you again, those who are in the audience, those who will be
Mhm.
listening, those who will be watching. It is your talents and your gifts that planted inside,
Mhm.
but you have to till it.
Yes. It is your duty to give it
Yes.
back. Don't take it with you. Don't
Don't
take it
take
back to the
it.
grave.
No, no,
Leave it
no.
right here. You were supposed to leave it here. All of
Yes.
us.
Yeah, so why are we sitting here and not working it? Why are we sitting here just like, hey, I'm just gonna be here. I'm just gonna just sit back. No, there's a time from your birth to your death. What is it? That time frame right there must have something constructive. Must have something. You must create something. You must
It's your
create something.
it's what I call your dash. When you look
Yeah,
at
the
the
dash
grave,
time.
the dash. You have the year you were born, then there's a dash, then there's the year that you passed on.
Yes,
Your whole life is that dash,
yes.
and it's what you do in that dash. So I'm creating my dash and I'm gonna make it is you know what they say about some people, don't leave nothing behind. I'm gonna go
No,
use thing, and when I go, it's just nothing but bones. That's what
no,
I'm taking.
and we should not leave anything behind.
Just
There's
leave it.
no way.
Just leave it all on the table right here. It was given
And
to you. Share it.
the thing is purpose, people. Purpose. Fulfill your purpose. When you fulfill your purpose, you will see how peaceful you become.
That's right.
When you are not peaceful, it's because your purpose is saying, like, hello, I'm still over here. You're still not tapping into me.
Mm-hmm.
Find your purpose. Work on your
Absolutely.
purpose. Tweak your purpose and fulfill your purpose. Fulfill it. Fulfill your purpose so you can live at peace not only with yourself, but with others.
Mm-hmm.
With others, because that's when you'll know what peace and love is.
That's right.
Oh, Paula, let's see. I love to write children. Paula, I heard that you're a singer, but I'm only going to read your comment. I'm not telling you where I got that from, but I heard you're a singer. I love to write children short stories, and Luna has been a big help and support of my journey in writing. Thank you, my dear sweet friend Luna. And Paula,
You're
we're not going to talk who said that you're a singer. Yeah.
she she's amazing. She's pretty amazing.
Paula, I might need you on the show for you to give us your voice. Yes. Yvonne, welcome. So I might need you, Paula, to come on the show somewhere, somehow, and we could hear, and you could grace us with your talent. This is what show is
That
all about.
would be amazing.
Mm,
That would be amazing.
yes. This is what the show is about. Come with what you have, your story, your book, your talent, your gifts, all that. We welcome you here. So, Paula, I am only putting that out there. Yes. So please listen carefully of the things. Paula, can you hear me? Because that was just a whisper. That's a whisper that was supposed to be right here. But if you could hear me, I'm just saying you could grace us with your presence. Yes. So, Luna, darling, tell us where we can get your book.
Okay, my book is available on Amazon online, and it's available on as a Kindle form or paperback form. It looks just like this right here. If you're looking for it, if you just go to Amazon, it says you look for Luna Felicia's Jacob, because they have other Jacobs and they have other Lunas. They have Felicia Luna, which is transposed. But if you look for Luna Felicia Jacob or Jacob by Luna Felicia, it's you'll find it. It's not going to be hard for you to find. So
Great. Great.
get the book. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your feedback, your comments. I welcome them. I'd like to know your thoughts also, because I know how I feel about it, and I'm really, really excited about it. And I know how the people that I know that have read it, I know how they feel about it. But you know, all abroad, I welcome comments, I welcome feedback, and it can only make me better.
And we like critics, people. Please support and let us know
Mhm,
what you think. We like to give support and we like to give critiques, because that's how we
mhm,
become better people. Because you
mhm,
can't,
mhm.
because it goes back to what we were saying from the beginning. When you lie, then we won't be better, right? You have to come and tell us the
Exactly.
truth so we can be better.
Exactly.
My dear, I have a question. Actually, it's a statement in the form of a question. So I'm going to put it in a question form. I heard you write plays. Is that true?
I do. I do. I haven't written for quite some time, but I do. I wrote quite a few plays. When I lived in New York, we wrote a lot of plays, and I formed this little group. This one was for children, and it was called the SWABs. It's an acronym, SWABS, and it stands for Someday We Will All Be Stars. And I did a children's play in the lobby of the building that I lived in at the time, and it was just with my two sons. My youngest was only 5 years old at the time. My oldest was 7, and we did this play. And when we were done, some of the other children in the neighborhood said, they say, Miss Luna, when are we gonna do the next one? I was like, the next one. But that just exploded into something huge, and we have performed in every borough we did. We worked in the in of course in the Bronx where we started, Manhattan, Queens, and Brooklyn. We performed with people actually calling us to come out to do a show in their churches, or they were having a concert or whatever. They knew about us and they called us, and we got on that train when we did our play. It was a fantastic time. So yes, I write children play as well.
I like to congratulate you on all these goody stuff. So we have another question rolling in from Anthony. Do you do directing?
Well, yeah, you know what? I had to direct those children to do the play. So yeah,
Absolutely.
I directed those children to do the play. So I write,
So
I
directing,
direct.
yes.
Yeah, I do that
So
too.
it's automatic.
Yes, yes. Because you
Oh
write
my
and you know how
God.
you're going to tell. So yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was a lot.
And busy
Many
New
people.
York. New York will do it for you.
Yep. This I just
So
it just yeah.
so as we wind down this episode, I don't know how much thank you I could thank you, but I'm gonna ask you this. What's
Mhm.
next for Luna?
What's
Yeah.
next for Luna? What's next for Luna is to you know what I would like if I'm putting it out there in the universe, I would like to see Jacob become a store, one of those lifetime type things. That's what I would like to see happen. Turn
And you
this
must believe it.
into a, a Showtime, or no, it's called Lifetime, a Lifetime mini series, something like that. Because I just think it'll make a really good Lifetime or Showtime, one of those things on TV that they show. But this will make a really good short story. So that's what I'm putting out there for the universe for me to happen for me next. That's my next thing. And then of course there's the other books. There are enough characters in this book to just make a lot of spin-offs. There's going to be a lot of spin-offs. And I see a movie, whether it's on the big screen or the TV screen. I see some kind of a movie.
This is my saying on that. Speak it, believe it, and accept it.
That's it. From your mouth to my ears.
Simple.
Yes.
Simple.
I like to make a couple.
There's nothing else I'm
Yeah.
gonna say beside that.
Can I make some shout outs?
Yes, this is your moment to give a shout out to whoever you want to give a shout out to, give your blessing, whatever you want to do. This is your moment right now.
Okay. First, I want to thank Miss Verona for having me on her show, and all the viewers and the future viewers, and as well as the ones that are looking at it right now live. It's been an honor and a privilege for me. I'd like to give a shout out to my sons, Dante and Zen, my husband, Tony, my grandchildren, Dylan, Rafael, Gabriel, and my besties, Lori, Cookie, Rosetta, Paula, Delisa, Angie, and Tiffany. And I cannot forget my puppy girl, Diamond. Those are my shout outs.
Woohoo! And you hear it right here. That is
Yeah,
my sister, my Caribbean sister, Luna, darling. Yes, as I raise my glass, just the same as I celebrate you, I
I have
celebrate your
to.
success. I celebrate all your great work that you are doing. I celebrate everything that you put yourself out to do and whatever you accomplished already. I want to take this moment as we close out this episode to say, to my left, there's a chair. I call it my guest chair. That guest chair says, you are stamped on that chair. Your name is stamped. So now you are not a fan, you are family. You are now family. So, whatever you're working on, whatever you plan to work on, just know that this is an open door. You're welcome here anytime you want. Just come knock in, and I'll be like the mother to stand there and say, "Welcome back home, Luna, darling. Welcome back home." So you are welcome here anytime that you want. And of course, you can bring Paula with you. So, yes, Paula, you are very much welcome. Oh, we have Avis. Awesome. Yes. So before we close out, I like to do a fun question. I like to say you can give a fun fact, or I could ask you a fun question.
Go ahead. You can.
All right. So my fun question to you: if you should describe yourself as a pen or a pencil, which one will you choose? Or no, which one will you choose and why?
A pen or a pencil? A pen. Why? I want my strides to be permanent. I'm sure enough of myself that I don't have to double back and erase. I'm going to go forward, and I'm confident enough that what I'm doing is right, and I don't have to double back and erase it. So I don't need an eraser. I want to be a pen.
Excellent. Excellent. And I couldn't have said that any better. Excellent. So I want to take this moment to thank you so very much for gracing us here on the question. I like to say thank you, not from my lips, but truly from my heart. Say thank you. And I send blessing and positive energy to you, to your household, to your space, to your community, to your country, to wherever you step. But
I
most of all,
receive.
I send it to your future, right
Oh,
to your
I
future. Whatever you are going after, I send the energy of positivity to you. And I wish you much, much success in all that you set out from your little heart to do. Just know
I
that the
receive.
door of success is waiting for you. And
Thank you.
always remember this: when you succeed, just pull somebody with you, because for us to succeed, we cannot succeed by ourselves. So thank you, thank you, thank you for being here. I I truly appreciate you. I truly celebrate you. I celebrate you as a sister, as a friend, as a woman, as just us. I celebrate you from the depth of my heart. Thank you so much for being here
Thank
on this
you.
episode. Yes, thank you so much for being here. So
Thank
now,
you.
as we close out this episode of the question, ladies and gentlemen, it has been a great episode. It has been another one of our great episodes. And I just want to thank everyone for tuning in, everyone who have commented and supported and inspired and encouraged us here on the question. I see Paula, Avis, Bat, Fountain, Delicia, welcome. Anthony. I don't want to miss no one. Like, I want to thank you all to show up. Dante, Yvonne, I want to send blessing to you all. Blessings to whatever you set out to do. But just remember that when you set out to do something, put God in front. He will be the driver for whatever is it that you are doing. And when He's the driver to whatever is it that you so desire to do, be sure, be very, very sure you won't fail. Go out there and see God in front of you. See Him as your guide. See Him as your strength. See Him as your support. And I send peace to your home, to your community, to your little hearts. I know that the world is waiting for your story. So here, I thank you. I want to say this is a show where you bring your story, your book, your work in progress, so we can build and grow together. When we grow together, we support each other. So I want to thank everyone for tuning in to this live episode. And if you will watch on the replay or listen to the replay, I want to thank you. Before I go, I want to say thank you to Total Entertainment Radio, who will air this episode next week, Wednesday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Right here, the link will be posted. So you still have an opportunity to listen in on the episode if you miss tonight. Again, this is a live episode. I am your host, Verona Willis Brown, saying, have yourself a good night, good morning, good day, whatever it is, just have yourself a good life. As I say, see you next week, same time, same place. Peace, love, and blessings.